9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The throw over the middle taken in. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
A gain of 13 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down now. It's Love, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They go play action with Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
No.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
54, right there, 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
59, watch the run.
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
59 mark, check, 59. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now Haskins on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Peterson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, that's caught at the 25. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball
through an opening, and there he goes. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
Wait.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Throw left side complete. That's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, it's Love, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Going up top. This is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 30, the 20. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And a give this time to the tailback. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's going to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Samuel, the 36th overall pick in last year's draft, played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign, 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on second and long. Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at FedEx Field, It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
49ers 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Niners 33, Redskins 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Here we go. 49. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Mine's 54.
Third down, here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Then his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 47 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start the drive with Love here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. Third down here. The Redskins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. This is Mostert. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Mike 20. Mike 58, right there. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 11.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Right there, 56. I got it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
First down, 49ers.
Army. Go ahead.
They give it off here to the tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180! 12. Situation, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
He's brought down by Sean Davis. A gain of 4. And